Well, I was not a traditional student when I was here, and so I think my greatest moments were achieved just by virtue of my working a full-time job and being a full-time student at the same time, and providing for myself being a transplant here in North Carolina. My greatest experience relative to my university career was my study abroad. Having the opportunity to study in Poland over the course of a couple of semesters was quite the experience, particularly during that period of time where it was shortly after the wall came down, and it was a very unique experience. So Much Good is the nonprofit that I founded back in 2009, literally in my backyard. Started growing for myself many years ago and had a circumstance with a loved one who was chronically homeless and chronically mentally ill, who I later got guardianship for after an arrest. Noted the food that he was being fed by the nonprofit that was providing his housing was kind of substandard and probably not real food at all. He started to take on lifestyle diseases, and I wanted to address that. So I began growing a few extra rows in my own garden, and took note of the thriving local foods movement going on around me, and noted people like my brother who were maybe not homeless or mentally ill, but were also suffering from lifestyle diseases based on the food that they were eating. Felt it an extreme injustice and thought I'd do something about that, and ripped up my entire backyard to plant every inch of food that I could, and began serving low-income neighborhoods. I think my motivation comes from my belief in food being a basic human right and a fundamental need. It's something that none of us can live without, and I'm committed to bridging the gap that exists relative to the disparities in our food system. The university's footprint and its presence and its ability to impact young lives and develop leaders for our future is contingent upon alumni support. We have to be involved at all levels of the growth and the continuation of this great university.